Hands up everybody else who's fed up with this weather. Right, I've got a few things to tell you. My pork feel nice and firm for you, dear.
Rabbit! There's a rabbit! Like from us. Squirrel!
Yeah, not fly around me. I'm spotlessly clean, everything squeaks. What?
Dirty.
Stuff's happening. Stuff is changing, including our minds. This time last year, no, it wasn't even this time. It was actually, when was it? It was June this year, not long ago. We decided to try and reopen the golf course here. The land we bought next door was a golf course. It was all laid out as a golf course, landscaped. It's very nice. We're very lucky to have it, and we thought it would be a nice little second income stream for the farm. But the last couple of months have kind of reminded us of one of the reasons the golf course shut down. It gets wet out here. I mean, really, really wet. So there is no way I can come out here and cut grass or mow greens or reseeding or anything like that. It's just not going to work. So I got a feeling that if we're going to continue with the golf course straight at all, it's going to be just short term, open it in the summer, and it's going to be pretty much the same as last year. Knock it about. No posh greens. It's going to be a knockabout bit of fun. So, and if people are happy with that, we'll continue doing it, and if they're not, we just won't bother. So that's the golf course news out the way. So then we got thinking, if we're not having a golf course out here, what else could we do? Well, one of the original ideas before we thought of golf course was actually at the top there behind that little fence you can see, which is currently the golf course car park, which has never been full. We did think about originally putting up a little caravan camping club campsite. You know, one of those little planning exempt sites where you can have up to 5 touring caravans. I think it's 10 tents. So maybe we'll do that. I think it's a reasonable formality for us because the water's already out there. All I need to do is put somewhere to dispose of waste. So a big tank or waste disposal unit of some sort. Anyway, that's something that we could do. So, question: do you think that's a good idea? You know, little caravan camping club site there, 10 caravans and 5 tents. We would probably restrict it to no pets because of the sheep here. I don't know about kids or not. There's nothing for kids to do really. So would it be adults only? So those of you of the slightly older generation and no kids, peace and quiet. Apart from my geese squabbling, the dogs barking, Mrs. P shouting at me. Quietish. So little campsite, that might happen. Another idea which we're umming and ahhing about is, again, up there somewhere, we could get in a couple of log cabin type. They're like, I think they're like a static caravan, but they look like log cabins. Once you set them up and put the decking around it, it looks, you can't see the wheels. And actually, we've had a look online, and some of them look quite nice. Mind you, they ought to for 50 grand. They ain't cheap. So again, if we put in planning and got planning maybe to put in a couple of mobile home holiday lets, who would be interested in staying in sunny old Gloucestershire at the farm? It's not going to be an open invitation to wander around the farm and everything else. I mean, obviously you'd meet us, but and we give you plenty of places to go and visit. But you know, who would want to come and stay here? Don't know what it costs, because I don't know what it's going to cost to set it up. So we'd have to get guidance on that. So anybody out there runs a little caravan camping club site, or I think you do Casto, I think you do some. So a caravan club site, or if you've got static caravans, and what you do, what you charge, What does it cost to look after them? What's it cost for maintenance? We don't know anything about this, so I'm kind of chucking my net out and asking you guys for opinions and maybe some advice. You know, what do we do? We live in a lovely bit of the world. We're very lucky, but unfortunately we don't get it for free. Everything has to be paid for. So the farm pays a bit, the tree company pays a bit, and this land, I would like this land to pay a bit too. Golf course isn't going to do it, so we got to think of alternatives. Another thing we were kind of looking at before the golf course, and may now go back to, is a couple of big fishing ponds. Great this time of year because we got water coming out of our ears. Last summer we were down to a trickle, so I'd have to work out, do we have enough water, do we have enough oxygen in the water? We know that, excuse me, we know the water's good enough because it's a fishing lake that my father dug up there years ago and it's full of fish, so we know it works. But again, fishing's quite popular. What does it earn? What's it going to cost me to dig a lake out? Bearing in mind I probably can't get any grants where I am. I got to pay for it all myself. Boo hoo me. So loads of things we could do. Suggestions. Right, okay, so that's first bit of news. Second bit of news. Those of you who've been watching us for a while know we have 2 farms. And the other farm over at Titherington, just down the road from Funky Farmer, was rented by 2 big dairy neighbours. One dairy neighbour kept his half. The second one is doesn't need it anymore, half. So we're taking some of our farm back. I think it's only 100 acres or so we're taking back. We've already planted 40 acres to corn, to winter wheat. There's another 8-10 acres to plant. It's still got maize stubble in it, but I think it's just too wet. I don't actually know if we're actually going to get it planted. Might end up with spring barley or oats or whatever the ground's going to support. We've got the agronomist going over there checking the soil. Apparently it's very good. So more work's going to happen over at Tether Farm, including, hopefully, a new barn. So there could be a video coming up next year of us putting up a new barn, I hope, because I want that barn. In fact, if I get my way, I'll put up 2 barns. One for father's corn and another one for me to put cattle in, or sheep, or whatever. So there's plenty to come in the future. All I got to do is stay alive long enough to see it all actually pay for itself. So there you go. So that's the news up to date. There's very little else to show you. Nothing to do on the farm, tractor work or whatever else. I could show you the daily mucking out and feeding, but you've seen that, and you can only watch it so many times before it gets dull. So at the moment, farm stuff is just routine. It's just same old routine every day. Let the birds out, feed the cattle, muck the cattle out, shut the birds in, check the cattle, look at sheep, blah de blah. So there you go. On that note, I'm going to disappear because it's getting blooming cold out here. And neighbours are up there thinking, what's he doing? He's wandering around with holding that thing. So we're talking to you. There you go. That was the news. That's where we are. What are we going to do with this place? Golf course isn't going to work. Not 12 months of the year anyway, maybe 2 or 3. And is it worth even doing that? Do we do a caravan camping club site? Do we put up a couple of holiday lets? You know, sort of mobile home things? Nice ones. Or do we not bother? Suggestions? Stick them in the box below. Right, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Got all of me welly. I got a blinking wet foot. I'm so fed up with this weather. Just freeze or something, anything but blimmin' rain.